Derek in the house. Okay, so the only reason why I am whispering is because it is like 6. I don't think it's 6:05. I think it's a little later than that, like 6:15. But anyways, it is early in the morning, and it's Sunday. My girlfriend is sleeping. I'm gonna be heading out to work. I actually work at 8:30, but I'm up early because I'm gonna go work out. Today's a back and shoulder workout. I said I was gonna whisper, but it's loud as fuck. Okay, but this looks better. Time to get ready. I'm weighing myself. Alright, you guys, so my girl was doing her hair this whole time. And if you guys know anything about not being racist, black girls, they gotta do their hair, you know what I mean? So they got the whole setup. She likes to look comfortable because she gotta be here for hours. Anyways, I'm gonna weigh myself. There you have it, 149.2. That's where I'm currently at, guys. I just peed, so I'm going to reweigh myself. Damn! Always pee first in the morning. Always weigh yourself first thing in the morning. Make sure you pee, make sure you poop if you got to, and then weigh yourself. Because I got 148.8. Lost some weight. See? That's why it matters. It matters. Okay. Alright, you guys. It is 6:27. I got my water bottle. I'm ready. Ready. I got, I don't really take BCAAs. I don't think they're necessary. They're needed. But whenever I can get samples, man, I'm going to take the sample. So I got the BPI Sports BCAA Shredded. I got my yogurt on deck, strawberries, blueberries, granola, and Greek yogurt. I got half the portion of what I usually get just because I didn't have enough yogurt. So everything else is half the portion. All right, guys, I'm going to have this on the go. I'm heading out. I'll see you guys at the gym. All right, guys, so I ran out of a lot of shit like protein powder, pre-workout, so I've been trying this out quick to see how it tastes, man. Let's go. You guys, let's do this. I'm gonna show you guys 2 warm-ups. The first one here is a reverse plank. Guys, don't underestimate this. Some people probably won't even be able to get up on the reverse plank. You guys can see what I'm doing here. It's just the reverse way. What it does is it really opens up your anterior chain. If you are tight in your shoulders, it really opens up your shoulders. So you just hold here for at least 30 seconds. Also, if you notice, I'm dragging my feet forward. That way it increases the stretch. Okay, for the back, one movement that I'm doing is a scapular depression. This is a scaption, I believe. I can't remember. Scapular depression exercise. Anyways, you just hang in a pull-up position, keep your elbows locked, and you depress. Okay, scapular depress. Don't move your elbows again. And in every back movement, this is what you want to do. You want to depress your scapula to initiate any back movement, and that is going to help initiate the lats. Alright, so first exercise here is the T-bar row. Chest supported T-bar row. Chest supported, minimize any swinging as much as possible. And if you notice, they have 2 grips here. I'm using the bottom grip. Just so you guys know, the bottom grip does recruit a little bit more of lats, so I like to switch it up. So now I'm using the top grip, which does focus more on rear delt, mid back, hitting the traps as well. So guys, give these 2 grips a try. Today I am doing 4 sets of 8 repetitions. I personally like to do the upper grip more than anything just because I like to work the mid back and traps more, because you're also getting a lot of lat work from pull downs. All right, next movement is the seated dumbbell shoulder press. Don't judge me, I decided to push up the 60s today and I only got reps of 5. keep in mind the reps are supposed to be 8. So this was a good challenge for me because I did bump it up to 55s. So in order to progress, guys, you got to push yourselves to the limit every once in a while, hit that failure. But ideally, I try to save 1 rep in reserve. So just to make sure that I match the volume, I did go down to 55s for the next 2 sets, and I did get that 8 repetitions. What I did to make sure I got the reps is really rest long. I got 3-minute breaks. And if you guys also notice, my elbows are slightly tucked in. That way I'm able to bring the dumbbells down lower, full range of motion, and it also just alleviates any pain in the shoulder. Most people who have their elbows out wide can't go low, and they have a lot of shoulder pain. It looks like a pom-pom movement. Anyways, again, I deloaded it again on the 4th set just to make sure I match volume. Guys, if your goal is hypertrophy and not strength, then lower the weights when you can't match that same weight at that higher weight you were using. Lower the weight, guys. You want to make sure you get your required reps in versus trying to go heavy eagle lift and not get your reps in. All right, next movement is the lat pull down, cable lat pull down. Over here, I use a medium grip. I honestly feel like medium grip is always the best. You get a good amount of stretch versus the wide grip where you lose that range of motion. So neutral grip here, I'm using the Versa grip because it helps me to pull down this exercise a lot better. I'm not too worried about forearms. I am using a double overhand grip, so it helps that out. Next, I superset it with seated dumbbell lateral raises. Took me a while to get that. Okay, so this isn't the best way that I like to do lateral raises, but it was a good way to just superset them in between, just turn around, sit down. If you notice, I am trying to take my time on lowering the movement, trying to make this exercise as hard as possible. And if you also notice, my arms are not straight out to the side, they're slightly angled forward, which you want. You'll be able to hit your lateral delt a lot better than having it straight out to the side. So what you want to make sure is your elbows are slightly bent, slightly angled forward as you come up, and you also want to lean forward but still try to keep that upright posture. Minimize as much swinging, so I am using a little bit of swinging, but it's not crazy at all. Cool. And then I'm doing 4 sets as well, so what I like to do is I do 2 overhand lat pull downs, and then I switch it up to 2 underhand lat pull downs. So right here I'm doing the underhand lat pull down for the next 2 sets. Again, still supersetting it with the dumbbell lateral raises. Cool. During this dumbbell lateral raise, I honestly should have decreased the weight. If you notice, now I'm not really like using full range of motion. I'm just swinging it. Still in good control form. And honestly, what it does look like now is that I'm using pulses. Like I'm doing pulses, not just kind of swinging it. One of the best ways to hit this is to actually lay down, use a cable. We'll talk about that next time. All right, next movement is the hammer strength row. Here I'm doing the low row, and I honestly actually did the high row right after this. And I do them for 4 sets of 7, right? So 4 sets of 7, and I like to do these one arm at a time, just so I can focus on that one side a lot better. And honestly, you'll feel a lot stronger being able to focus on just one hand. Chest supported again to minimize as much cheating as possible. Slightly let my back round just a little bit. It adds a little bit more of a stretch. Not that important, but it does help out, and it does feel good for the mind-muscle connection. Okay, next up again is the hammer strength high row. If you notice, if you see that angle there, again, slowly release, get that full stretch. Scapula retract. Whenever it comes to rowing movement, you want to retract your scapula. When it comes to pull down movements, you want to depress your scapula. So that's a little tip there to help out with mind muscle connection when it comes to the back exercises. So again, guys, I did 4 sets of 7 reps per side, both exercises with 2 plates together. This movement, I love it. I'm gonna tag the person, well, put the person's Instagram name that I found it from. Great guy to learn from, really informational. But yeah, this is called rack chins. You just add a pair of, I ideally like to use the easy bar curl because it sits better on your hips, but you place the bar on your hips, you have your feet elevated, okay? It's like you're doing a pull-up, but this allows you to round your back, which allows a higher level of stretch feeling at the bottom. So that's a great exercise. Okay, this exercise right here, I learned this from another guy, Coach Eugene, T-E-O, I think that's how you say it. But great way to hit your rear delts. So this is like a high row, but what you do is you sit down on the floor, place your chest on the seated cable row machine, tilt a little bit forward, have your elbows flared out as you row, and if you notice, you attach 2 cable handles onto another handle. So yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. But the burn is real, guys. All I did was 3 sets of 15 to 20 on these, and honestly didn't use a lot of weight because you don't need to, and it burns. Next one is a rear delt butterfly raises. Again, learned this from Coach Eugene, so it's pretty cool. My left shoulder really needs it, my rotator cuffs really need it. Good for the rear delts, good for the shoulders, good for the back, upper back. So I did 10 reps of this, and again, you do 3 exercises in one here. So it was pretty cool, nasty pump. And then you do Y raises. So there you go. Palms face each other on these ones. And then the last one is you do a rear delt lateral raise. But all right, guys, that is the end of the workout. Yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at @TheDerekOliveros. I'll have all that listed below. If you guys want more workouts, guys, show me some love. All right, you guys, back and shoulder workout is done. Actually just did a mini ab exercise as well. Now just hitting up the cardio, watching The Office. We got Office here at Go Gym, Gate and Crossing, so come check it out. But other than that, guys, I'm gonna finish this up. If you guys like this video, please show some love, show some support, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, @TheDerekOliveros. Other than that, guys, please show some love. It's the only way I eat. Peace. I'm out.